First of all, I am going on ACCA website to show you the advanced auditing and assurance, some important things, the paper structure and everything, the pass percentage, the syllabus area. First of all, going into that area. So ACCAglobal.com. Under ACCAglobal.com, students. Under students, study support resources. Under study support resources, ACCA qualification. Under ACCA qualification, all 15 subjects. Knowledge level, skill level, professional level, all 15 subjects. We are concerned with advanced auditing and assurance, AA. So under that auditing and assurance, the syllabus and all that, this is the pass percentage in the last 5 terms. I will say that the pass percentage is around 40%. The pass percentage sometimes may be slightly greater than 40, but it is, we can say, around 40%. Now, if we go in the past exams questions practice. In the past exam questions practice, we need to log in with our ID and password of ACCA. So you all have your ID and password, you will put here. I am using any student ID and password. So once we log in with our ID and password, they are taking us to a different website, which is attached to this. And here, in this website, there are 4 tabs on the top: home, mark, results, and performance. And then there are all the subjects details. We are concerned with, for the time being, auditing and assurance. Under auditing and assurance, there are 2 tabs. Official resources. Under official resources, there is a past exam library. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 papers are there. Then there is practice exam. 1, 2, 3 are there. And then there is a specimen exam. So in total 5 plus 3 plus 1. That is 8 papers are there for practice purpose. Now suppose I am going into this specimen paper. For going into this, I need to assign. Once I will assign, then in the left hand side, I will be able to see auditing and assurance. I want AA practice exam. AA is specimen exam. So AA is specimen exam. They are saying, do you want to start the paper? I am saying yes. So start. We are not solving because we have not studied anything. Now in the right hand side beside me, there is a next tab. I am clicking that next tab. This is all the instructions when you will be giving exam for a skill level. This will be your screen. They are saying all the instructions. I am not reading that. You should all reading at least one time. What is allowed, what is not allowed. And then they are saying that in section A and section B, there are 2 parts of the paper. Section A, which is saying that 3 OT case, each contain a scenario relates to 5 OT questions of 2 marks each, 30 marks. There will be 1 scenario. Based on 1 scenario, 5 multiple choice questions. I will not say multiple choice, match the following, filling the blanks, whatever. On the basis of 1 scenario, 5 question, 2 marks each. Again another scenario, 5 question, 2 marks each. Again third scenario, 5 question, 2 marks each. So total 15 questions based on 3 scenarios. 15 into 2, 30 marks. And then section B. In section B, 3 constructed response questions, each containing a scenario which relates to 1 or more requirements. Each constructed response question is worth 20 or 30 marks, but total 70 marks. Now this is constructed response question. That means in section A, you don't need to write anything. You just need to select the correct, maybe two are correct, maybe you're filling the blanks. You don't need to write anything. But here you need to give your logic. These are pure essay type questions. These are also based on scenario. These are also based on scenario. Based on a scenario, there will be 2-3 questions. Some question may be of 20 marks, some question may be of 30 marks. Normally in all the past terms, you will find that they are giving 2 20 marks question and 1 30 marks question. So 2 into 20, 40, and 1 into 30, 30. Totally 70 marks. There is no choice. All the questions which are given, we need to solve in the exam. When you will be in the exam hall, then this will be the screen in front of you, section A, section B and all that. Now they are saying, do you want to start the exam? I am saying, yes, I want to start. Now they have opened section A. Section A, I am moving to next. Now you see in the section A, in the left hand side, there is a scenario write-up. This entire scenario we need to read. You can see that we can adjust our screen according to requirement. While reading the scenario, I have increased the left hand side width. Now once I have read, then I am reducing it slightly and the right hand side. Now based on this left hand side scenario, there are 5 questions. This is the first one. This first one is basically match the following from this to this. Suppose you will take this one here, you will take this one here, this one here, this one here. You don't have to write anything. This is multiple choice. In other papers other than auditing and assurance, there is multiple choice question of 60 marks. But in auditing paper, it is only 30 marks. Okay. So in 30 marks, this is the story. Maybe one is still left. Or maybe one extra. Okay. Now the second question, based on the same scenario, the left hand side is same. This is the second question. Maybe which one is correct, 1 or 2, any one which is correct, which is multiple choice actually. Again, based on the same scenario, third question. Maybe this is more than one is correct. For that reason, all are getting selected. Then again, match the following. 1, 2, this one, whatever. This is like the first category. This is still the same scenario is running. And then on the basis of the same scenario, the last question. 5 questions they have given. Now there is a new scenario. On the basis of new scenario, again there are 5 questions. Like that, there are based on 3 scenarios, 5 questions each. Now, you can see that here there is a next button, there is a navigator tab. I will click navigator tab. In the navigator tab, entire question I can see in one go. Entire questions, all. Section A, section B. Suppose I am going in section B now. In section B, they are saying this is 70 marks. And in section B, this is the first scenario. Based on this scenario, left hand side you will read. Based on this scenario, the first question is of 5 marks. Now this is, they have given word file. Word file, whatever the word window features are there, they all are not there. The basic features, maybe bold, italics, all are not required in the exam. You will type your answer. You have to type. This is typing. On the software of the exam, you will be typing your answer in the word format which is given, which is for 5 marks. But this is one scenario. Based on this one scenario, this is 5 marks question. Now, based on the same scenario, this is a 14 marks question. Based on the same scenario, it is a 14 marks question, which is you need to mention audit risk, and then to manage that risk, what should be the auditor's response. They have already given a table. If they have not given, if suppose the table is not given, I can make a table. You see, in the table, I can select rows and columns, whatever I want, 2 rows, 2 column, there is another table. So when the questions are, you can say in table we need to type. We need to type here the risk and then the auditor's response and all that. So if the table is not given, you can make the table by selecting the 2 row, 3 row, 1 column, 2 column, whatever you like. But this is based on the same scenario, 14 marks question. On the basis of the scenario, 5 marks, then 14 marks. Then comes on the basis of the same scenario, 4 marks question. So 14 plus 5, 9, 19 plus 4, 23. This is again theory, C, A, B, C. This is again you need to type. Okay. Then, so you understand 5 marks plus 14, 19 plus 4, 23 plus 7. That is basically D and E. Based on the same scenario, there are total 5 questions of 30 marks and all are, the word file is given, you need to type your answers. आपको अपना आंसर टाइप करना है. This is first question gone. Again the next scenario, based on this scenario, there will be 20 marks question. So this is 18 marks question. This is again, they are asking in answer in 3 columns. They must have written. So the columns are prepared. But if the columns are not prepared, you can make the columns as per your row and column requirement. You need to type here. Column means you need to type your theory. Okay. This is based on this second scenario, there is 18 marks question. Now based on the same scenario, there is 2 marks question further, which is short question, but still you need to type your answers. You will type your answers. Then the third scenario, based on the third scenario, again there is 1 question of 5 marks. Then based on the same scenario, there is another question of 6 marks. All are theory. And based on the same scenario, another question of 4 marks. I think 20 is not yet done. And then based on the same scenario, the 5 marks, total 20 marks. So everywhere, whether it's a multiple choice, whether it's a essay type question, scenarios are there. And based on the scenario, we are asked questions. In multiple choice, we don't need to write anything. Objective type question, but in the part B, 70 marks, we need to give our logic, we need to write our answers, we need to type our answers. The entire paper is gone. I have not solved anything. मैं तो ऐसे ही just आपको giving a filler. They are saying that this is the condition that you have not seen, unseen, this, that, incomplete and all that. I am saying end exam. End exam. They are asking, do you want to end the exam? In exam also they will be asking. Yes. Again they are asking third time. End exam. Suppose third time you clicked, even though just 5 minutes are over, paper is gone, your money is gone. You need to click the end exam only when it is finished. And if 3 hours is over, then to automatically it will end. Now they are saying exit. So exit. After exit, we are again back to the same website. Now in this website, you go in the mark tab. In the mark tab. When you go in the mark tab, you go again in the AA specimen paper. AA specimen paper. Mark tab AA specimen paper. Under A specimen paper, they are saying self mark. Self mark. When you are doing self mark, then for every question, the answer. What you have answered and what is the institute answer. What is the model answer, that is written. For every question on the top, second question, third question, fourth question, fifth, all questions. For every question, if you click, you will be able to get the answer, what you answered, what is the model answer, that is written. That means for every question paper, the answers are written. But when you submit, when you solve the paper, then you go in the mark tab, and in the mark tab, you will be able to see the model answer. You will be able to analyze whether you have done wrong, right, what. At the same time, let's go into for the theory questions, the write-up is written by the institute. Sorry, yaar. So this is done. 1 second. Again I am logging 1 second. Log into practice platform with your ID and password. In this we have checked the mark tab. Now there is results. There is a third tab, results. Results will show you the AA. The AA specimen. Under results, the A specimen pending, because here it will be updated by the institute after 2 days. Automatically the software will update. If we go into other papers which we are doing, then in that case we can go, suppose AFM, 1 second. AFM. Suppose we go into FM specimen. Here, like suppose I have opened the paper like this, the review is saying that there is no marks because I have not solved anything. Similarly, the review will come for the paper which you will solve properly in 3 hours. And you can analyze your performance. And then the performance. The performance, AA past and practice paper, FM paper, FM. Your performance, how much you scored, where you get wrong, average score and all that, all these papers you will be able to see a chart. These two tabs, that is results and performance, are not so important. But then this tab, home and mock paper, that is mark, is very important, that the students need to understand what is my exam structure. There are many students who have given the skill level exams in our batch. They already know the structure of skill level. But there are many who have not given any skill level exams. They will be appearing for the first paper. So for them it is essential that what is the structure. Now, when you will be giving exam, as we already know, there are 2 systems of exams they are running. One is you can give exam in the exam center, and the other you can give exam by sitting in home. Both the options, they will continue forever. It's the student need to choose which pattern, which way of exam they want to select. Whether you give exam by sitting in home, which we say as a remote based exam, or whether you give exam in the exam center, which we say center based exam. In both the situation, the exam software will be same. Whatever I shown in the last 10 minutes, the same software will open, whether you are giving exam by sitting in home remote basis or whether you give exam in the exam center. I always say that what should be our selection, whether we should give exam in home, whether we should give exam in the exam center. Both have advantage, disadvantage. If you go in the exam center, then in that case you need to leave your home 1 hour, 2 hours earlier. Maybe the exam center is 25-30 kilometers distance. You need to reach there half an hour earlier. So there will be some wastage of time. At the same time, you need to take your everything there, and there you will be able to manage your exams. But then the benefit is that if there is any technical issue arises, the invigilator will take care. You don't have to take tension. In the exam center, the internet speed and all that, they are all checking. They are the responsible person. So you don't have to take tension relating to technical matter. But your problem arises that you need to reach there and you need to, you can say, utilize your time going there, coming out and all that. The second disadvantage of center-based exam, suppose I am teaching in the class. This is the keyboard I am using. This is the screen I am using. Since I am using this keyboard and screen on regular basis, there is some, I meant to say, we are human beings, and human beings always consider that आप जो चीज use करते हैं, that thing you feel comfortable, your keyboard, your tab and all that. But when the students are going in the exam center, generally the student says that, sir, keyboard was not good. Sir, I was typing, it was not coming. That is not happening. Believe me, that is wrong sentence by the student. Because that will not happen. It's just that we are not habituated with that screen, with that keyboard. If you are, you can say anything, we are basically superstitious. Whatever way we are doing, we all want to do in that direction only. So the students complain that मेरा keyboard नहीं चल रहा था, screen छोटा था, वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. That problem is there when you go in the exam center. When you are giving exam on remote basis by sitting in home, your own keyboard, your own computer, and you don't have to waste your time going somewhere and all that. Those are the benefits. But the disadvantage, if there is any internet issue, if there is any technical issue, you have to take care. It's just that they are not charging money. If your exam is not concluded by sitting in home, they are not charging you. They will allow you to give the exam next week again. Like there was exam last week. There are students who gave remote based exam, couldn't conclude. Their exams are happening this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This week they are again taking their exam. If suppose this week also they are not able to give the exam because of any technical reason, power failure, internet, whatever, then they are not allowing to give the exam next third week also, because then when they will check the paper and when they will give you the marks. So then in that case you are allowed to sit for the exam in the next term, that is say June term, without any charges. Till the time your exam is not concluded, they will not charge you again. I personally like remote based exam better, because I will be using my own system, my own, whether I want AC or not, everything I can manage. Because in the exam center, I need to behave the way the center is saying. But in my room, in my desk, I will be behaving the way I want to behave. But then you all need to take your call that what is best for me. Normally, if the exam center is within 4 or 5 kilometers away, then you can book the exam center basis exam. But if the exam center is 20, 25, 40, 50 kilometers away, better to give exam by sitting in home. On the day when you are giving exam by sitting in home, you can do one thing. You ask your family members or anybody that don't use internet. Till your 3 hours, nobody should use Wi-Fi, internet, anything. After 3 hours, they can use, so that you are getting the designated full supply of internet. And during the time when you are giving exam by sitting in home, your room should be closed, nobody can come in, nobody can go out, your desk should be fully clear, it should be only the laptop and the keyboard and a transparent water bottle, nothing else. Whatever working you will be doing, working on the screen, only the scratch pad. Even in auditing subject, there is no so much working required. It's all the thought process and then you need to write the answer. So it's upon you what system you follow, but they are allowing both the system, that is remote basis and exam center basis exam. The exam fees is same. There is no difference in the exam fees. The third thing, in case of ACCA, all the exams, if you go, suppose this was auditing paper. The average pass percentage is around 40%. Okay. Now, if I will go in other subjects of skill level, suppose the subject is PM, performance management, which we have just completed for March term. Here the pass percentage is 43. It is never going down below 40. You can see, even though in auditing it is 38 also, but it is 43. If you go in other subjects I will say suppose taxation. The taxation subject we will be studying after June for September. The pass percentage is very good. It is around 50%. Sometime maybe less than 50, but the pass percentage is fantastic. Then we go in the other subject. Now tax ke baad, it is financial reporting. It is very good. The pass percentage is very good. It is again around 50%. Around 50% in last 5 terms. Then we come the next paper, auditing. So we have seen now financial management, the last one. In the last one, the pass percentage is again around 50%. So I can say that the lowest pass percentage is in auditing, and then you can say that it is in case of PM, performance management. But in the other subject, the pass percentage is around 50%. For FR, for FM, for tax, the pass percentage is around 50%. But for PM and auditing, the pass percentage is around, for PM it is around 43%. But for auditing, it is even lower than that. It is around 40%. So why this is the case? And it is not one term, it is every term. It's not that we are taking one example. We are seeing that last 5 terms, this is the case. The worst paper in ACCA skill level is the auditing subject. What is the reason? What is the reason that the worst paper is auditing subject? What the examiners are saying, I'm not saying, examiners are saying, too many times in general section of the report, the examiner comments that students failed due to auditing subjects में student fail क्यों होते हैं? Lack of knowledge or exam preparation. I will say this means what? You are studying, you are doing the questions, but then the student has not practiced on the practice platform. There are 9 papers there. 9 में से I always say that student has to solve 3 papers exactly in 3 hours. At least 3 papers. Other paper you can solve the way you like. But the 3 papers exactly in 3 hours, we have to solve. We need to understand how the different window will open, how I will write, what will be my screen, how I will be managing the time and everything. That time management is more important in PM and FM exam. Not so much important in auditing and taxation paper. Unless and until you are wasting your time in writing something which you know and others you are not writing. But normally the problem is that the student is not conversant with the software where they need to write the answers. They are not practicing properly. That's the first reason the examiners are saying. The second reason, candidates not adequately explaining audit risk. Now, audit risk and business risk is different. Suppose I am teaching and the students are not joining for the subjects. That is not related with the auditing. That is my business risk. Suppose the students are complaining कि भाई सर आप अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ा रहे हैं, notes नहीं है वगैरह वगैरह. That is not audit risk. You cannot write any type of risk as an audit risk. So the problem with the student, the examiners are saying, I am not saying, the examiners are saying that they don't actually understand the audit risk. They are writing the risk, but they are not actually writing the audit risk. Candidates not clearly understanding, explaining the implications of control deficiencies. If relating to any organization, there are some problems. So students are not understanding the problem because every question is scenario based. In the scenario, the problems are given. So when the students are writing the answers, they are not actually understanding the scenario, the problem. That for those problems, what should be the solution, what should be done, the students are not able to write. Audit procedures not clearly described. If I will be given an assignment to audit an organization, then what I will do? How I will perform the audit? What should be the process I will follow? The examiners are saying students are not writing that properly. Substantive procedures being too generic and not related to the scenario. If there is anything, they are saying that you need to check, you need to verify, you need to analyze in the question. The examiners are saying that the student is writing very general thing. They are not writing to the point specific thing which need to be checked for verifying, for vouching, for doing that. They are not covering. This is said by the examiner. And candidates rewriting the question requirement at the start of each question, which is unnecessary and not the efficient use of time. The question is given. The examiner are saying that the students are writing the question again in their answer. There is no use of writing the question in the answer. There is no marks for that. That is the general reason that the students are failing in the exam. Now the question is that how we will be able to check this, that in our classes you will not be doing this mistake. How? The problem is that when you will be attending the classes, even though your mind is below average, but it's my guarantee that you will understand everything in the class. Everything. Whether you will say that, sir, we are kids, we have just given 12th exam, we are in first year, second year BCom, we have never done any audit anywhere. Believe me, I will be giving very practical examples. So there is no question that you don't understand. Now the problem arises that, suppose you are doing the classes, you are able to understand the concepts. I am sharing notes, you are reading them, you are understanding. But then when somebody asks you that whatever you have understood, write it down, then the big problem arises. Even though you know the things, but when you write, and when I check that in the class, because in auditing paper, I take a point that it is not that we will be doing the mock test only at the end, because it's a theory subject. I will be regularly doing mock test in the class, surprise test. On the someday, I will not be teaching for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. But that surprise test you need to give at that time only. You can't give later. Suppose today I am giving a question and I am telling you I am giving you 30 minutes, write the answer and submit. You need to be genuine that you should not refer any material and all that. But I will be making questions where answers nowhere written. So if you do research 15 minutes, you will go on doing research only. So when you will submit the answer in the class regularly, when I will take test, then I will be showing you that this is the question, this is the requirement, this is the marking guidelines, and this is your marks, this is your write-up. You will come to know that I am writing the answer, but I will not get the marks by writing this answer. So the most important part is practice in writing. If we don't do practice in writing, we understand the concept, but we can't pass auditing paper. चाहे मैं 50 बार बोल दूं आपको, 100 times I will say, I will explain, but till the time you don't practice in writing, you can't pass this exam. तो हर दिन आपको क्या सोचना है कि जो मैं पढ़ाऊंगा उसके ऊपर नेक्स्ट क्लास के पहले आप क्वेश्चंस लिख लिख के करेंगे. लिख लिख के करेंगे मतलब you will write not on pen and paper. No pen and paper, it's exam computer based. Abhi for the time being, you cannot do the past term papers which I show. You cannot do because that includes so many topics together. But there is exam kit, there is study text, I will show you. There are questions in that. Maybe suppose relating to a topic, there are 20 questions. Say for example, out of 20, every student, whether you are a champion, whether you are average, whether you are below average, every student need to write 5 questions answer. At least 5 questions. 25% answers you will be writing. When you will write the answer, after that you will check, you will verify with the model answer given by the institute. If you find that there is a problem, that you have written something, the model answer is something else, still you are thinking that I am correct, but why they have written differently? You will be sending in the class, whether you are doing live class or not, you will be sending in the class your Word file. In that the question, the paste, copy paste the question, copy paste the institute answer, copy paste your answer and your query. Whether you are there in the class, I will critically analyze in front of you, which will be helpful for every student that where I am going wrong. If you have written something and the model answer is different, maybe still you are correct, because whatever we are writing, since a theory, it is not essential that the comma, full stop and everything, sentence making will be same. If 100 students, 100 ways of writing. We can't say that we can exactly copy paste the language and all that. That will be our makeup, our language. So maybe you are correct that I will critically analyze in front of you so that you can understand how I need to write an auditing answer. If we don't do that, we can't pass auditing exam. Believe me. If the student is just doing the class, reading the notes and not writing on every topic, at least 25% questions, answers, not evaluating, they can't pass. Out of 20 questions, 10 I will solve in the class, 10 are left. 25% I am saying you will do on your writing. Balance 25% you don't write. You just read the question, think in your mind what should be the answer, and then see the model answer. Chalega. So 25% you will solve, 25% you will just think and check with the model answer, and 50% we will be doing in the class. So wherever you will be finding problem, regularly solve your doubts. If you do this, guarantee that you will be able to pass this exam. Guarantee. There is no question. The second thing, when I teach the different subjects of ACCA skill level, auditing takes less time. Every subject, whether it's FR, PM, taxation, FM, PM, they take 25 plus classes. Just now I have completed PM subject. We took 28 classes. But in auditing, within 20 class, everything will finish. Along with the mock test also. Maybe 21, 22, not more than that. Because if you refer all the past batches, I know, you can see the video list. They are around 20 to 22 classes. So when you will study auditing subjects, it is less time consuming. It is not going to take so much time as you will take in other subjects. So that's the problem with the auditing subjects, that since it takes less time, we just carried away. We got carried away and we are not doing the questions in writing, and that creates a problem in the exam. The student says that, sir, मेरे को आता है, लेकिन मैं क्या लिखूं समझ में नहीं आ रहा. तो ये बात अगर आप अभी पूछेंगे तब तो चलेगा. एग्जाम के टाइम पे 5 days पहले, सर, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग द फीलिंग व्हाट टू राइट, उसका कोई आंसर उस समय नहीं है, क्योंकि आपने पूरा का पूरा वेस्ट कर दिया, पूरा टाइम. So ample of time is there. We can prepare for this subject in the class with a focus, and we should score high marks. Now, why we should target 50 marks? We should target 60, 70, 80 marks, so that there will not be any tension of scoring 50 marks. I always think that. There are students who have scored world rank in auditing subjects through our classes. Not every term. Students are there. There is a student who gave exam first time, failed, and then the next time when he gave exam, he scored 78 world rank. At that time, I don't remember 2-3 years back. At that time, they were giving the rank even somebody who is reappearing. But now they have changed the rule that you will be getting the rank only when you are appearing in the first go. Reappeared student will not be given rank. But I mean to say that when he gave the next time exam, then I said, what was the problem last time? बोले, सर मेरे को आता नहीं था. सर आप ठीक बोले थे. I know the things, but I didn't know that how to write the answers. लेकिन अब मेरे को समझ में आया तब. It is not that कि number से कोई मतलब है. But then whatever we are doing, and if we are not doing it in the best possible way, we will be dissatisfied. And it will be affecting our whole day, whole work, whole pressure. So we need to study very logically. You should be attending live classes, because why I am teaching live? There is no change in the syllabus. Auditing is not any regulation or something. There is no change in the syllabus. So why I am teaching live? To give you better feeling. Why I am teaching in the morning? Because most of you are going to office. So for that reason in the morning time. So attend the live class. But if you cannot attend the live classes because of any genuine reason, complete the recording before the next class. After Tuesday, we will have the class on Friday. So complete the recording Tuesday class before Friday. And based on that recording, do the homework, do your study, whatever is asked to you. एकदम proper way में कि 25% question लिख के solve करना है. So that by Friday you are ready for the next further addition. Again Friday, for Tuesday, you should be ready. You need to run with me. I am not running. I am slowly. I am a tortoise. Just slowly चलेंगे. कोई problem नहीं. आपको एक क्लास का स्टडी नेक्स्ट क्लास के पहले अच्छे से कंप्लीट करके रखना है. कुछ भी छोड़ना नहीं. पूरा चीज. ये नहीं सोचना है ये आएगा नहीं आएगा एग्जाम में क्या. अरे यार एक सब्जेक्ट पढ़ रहे हैं, पूरा 100% फोकस करेंगे. कोई भी चीज क्यों सोचेंगे आएगा नहीं आएगा. वॉट एवर इन द सिलेबस वी हैव टू कंप्लीट in the best possible way. And I always need to target 70 plus. There will not be any problem of scoring 50. The last thing which I can say, ki whether you are doing recording or live or anything, whatever you are doing, but please be with the classes. Be with the classes always. Don't miss up. मे बी आपका बीकॉम का एग्जाम है, मे बी तबीयत खराब हो गया, मे बी घर में कोई इशू आ गया, मे बी ऑफिस में कुछ आ गया, आप मेरा साथ नहीं छोड़ेंगे, मेरे साथ साथ चलते रहेंगे. बिकॉज व्हाट प्रॉब्लम हैपेंस, सपोज प्रेजेंटली यू ऑल आर इन द व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप ऑलरेडी, यू नो देयर आर अराउंड 36-37 स्टूडेंट्स फॉर ऑडिटिंग. एग्जाम कितना लोग देगा? 7 जन. बोलेगा सर ऐसा बोल रहे हैं. मे बी 37 से in recent 1 or 2 weeks, maybe 5-10 students will more join. मान लीजिए, तो मान लीजिए total students are 45. But out of 45, how many will give exam? Only 9 students. केवल 9 लोग एग्जाम देंगे। क्यों? 9 के बदले 10 हो सकता है, उससे ज्यादा नहीं होएगा। जबकि आज अगर कोई भी है, मे बी यू आर इन द लाइव क्लास और मे बी समबडी इज नॉट डूइंग लाइव, सबको अभी क्या सोचेंगे, एग्जाम नहीं देने का क्वेश्चन ही नहीं आता, देंगे ही। अभी एग्जाम फॉर्म भरना कब है? नेक्स्ट मंथ बाय एंड ऑफ अप्रैल। सो इफ इन दिस 1 month you can say from 14th of March till around 15th or 20th of April, I am not completing a handsome portion in the class. You are not getting confidence. How you will fill the exam form? Then you will think that this month is gone because of whatever reason. Now I will not give exam in June. I will give exam in September. There is no problem. Out of 45 students, say suppose in the auditing 45 students, 9 giving exam in June, and suppose around 5 to 6 will be giving exams in September. मतलब 45 में से it's 1/3. 1/3 are giving exam in September in total in 2 terms. Because जो लोग एग्जाम नहीं दिए उनको ऐसा लगा सितंबर तो कभी आएगा नहीं, वो फिर आ गया. That also again there. And still you were, because this time तो I am there with you. But in the September I am teaching other subjects. So you can say that regular support is not there that much. You were focusing on recording classes. Your performance in the September term is even worse than what could have been there in June term. So 6 months gone and we have not given exam. And now there are some students who will be giving for auditing exam in December. Guarantee that they will fail the exam. Guarantee. एग्जाम में फेल होंगे. फिर बोलेगा सर मैंने सब क्वेश्चन किया था, सर मॉक पेपर्स किया था. तो क्या उनको आपसे दुश्मनी है क्या? Are they fighting with you? Why we are not passing? We have to understand that in life, the most important thing is time. Whether it's a BCom exam, whether it's a you are not feeling well, whether it's whatever, ये सबके साथ होता है. आपको अपना काम समय पे करना होएगा. Those who give exam in June, 9 students, out of 9, 7 will pass. 1 or 2 bad luck. Those who will give exam in September, maybe some of them will pass. But जो दिसंबर में देंगे वो तो पास होएगा ही नहीं, होना ही नहीं है. So need to understand that deferring the exam, no excuse. Now somebody will say that, sir, I want to target 2 exam for June. Target, no problem. For one subject, suppose I am taking class of 80 hours. 80 hours self-study, around 160 hours. So if you are targeting 2 subjects, then 160 plus. Suppose we will say that, sir, I will do self-study. तो self-study में भी तो चीज समझ के फिर क्वेश्चन 160 आवर तो लगेगा ही. It's not that you are taking class from me or anybody. Around 150, 160 hour. That means for 2 subjects, it's 160, 160, 300 to 320 hours. Not impossible. If you are not doing work anywhere, you are for the time being as a student category, undergraduate or anything, maybe a graduate, but you want to study, then in that case you can go for 2 subjects. But if you are working, it is very difficult. Today it is easy, but when the exam will come after April and all that May month, you will think isko padhe, which happens in Indian courses also. Ki bhai, 4 subjects are there where we concentrate. So that problem will rise in ACCA also. There is not that ki ACCA syllabus is less. If you go CA final auditing syllabus, that is there in the skill level. So don't think like that. We need to understand that if we give for 2 exams, go for 2 exams for June, we need to study both the subject every day. In a week, for one subject, we need to study around 15 hours, 2 hours daily, average 14 hours. We have around 90 days left. Not exactly 90, maybe around 80 days. So 80 into 2, 160. So for another subject, 80 into 2, 160. So you need to have a time, focused study, 2 hours each for both the subjects. You need to carry both the subjects together continuously. You can't do that ki one subject you will do 1 month and then another month you will do another subject. That's not possible. That's not allowed. Normally in ACCA skill level, all subjects are different. There is no relation of auditing with FM, with PM, with any subject. All are separate. There is no subject which is more difficult, which is more easy. I can say slightly auditing, the pass percentage is lower. You can say in terms of passing it is difficult, but all subjects are of the same standard. If I will say some correlation, then that some correlation is there between FR and auditing. Because in auditing, there is one area which is a checking of inventory, receivables, payables, non-current assets, provisioning and all that, which is very much related with FR. So in auditing, there is around 20% area which is related with FR. Some correlation is there. So if somebody has studied FR, then for them that 20% is already done. They already know that portion. If somebody wants to try two subjects in one go, then auditing and FR is related. Some relation is there between auditing and FR. Not very much, that 20%. But if you are targeting other subjects, two subjects, then there is no relation at all. Not a question of easy or difficult. No relation at all. Totally different subjects. Like those who are knowledge level students, financial accounting, management accounting, business technology, there is no relation at all. Similarly, every subject is different, there is no relation. If you want to go for two subjects, it's hard time, you need to start your study. Regular, make a time frame that every week you will study for one subject 14-15 hours. The study time should be when nobody can disturb you. I always suggest morning 4 o'clock, morning 5 o'clock. Maybe you are a student, maybe you don't have any office or anything, but you cannot study when the day starts, say at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., ye karo, wo karo, ghar mein koi kaam hai, isko de. You can't study. That's why the study cannot be done. When you study, nobody should disturb. So when you are studying morning 5 o'clock, nobody will message you. You are not going in social media. So you study like that. Because for studying, for passing one exam in ACCA, we need to study 2 hours daily. If we study 2 hours daily, it never requires 2.5 hours. Never. But if I mean to say 5 days we are not studying and 6th day we are studying 10 hours, that should not be done. But if we are doing that, somebody will say that, sir, I am going in office. Sir, my job is 10 hours. Sir, bhai 10 hours hai, 12 hours hai, 14 hours hai. उससे ज़्यादा तो job नहीं है. आप बोलेंगे कोई दिन, अरे कोई दिन का बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. Normally, going to office, coming back, doing job, 14 hours से ज़्यादा कोई काम नहीं कराता है. तो out of 24, 14 gone. Balance 8 hours sleeping, enjoying with family, entertainment, whatever. 2 hours for study. Whether your office is there or not doesn't matter. If you want to pass, you need to study regularly 2 hours. Focused study. Maybe in the morning, maybe in the night, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, whatever you feel. When nobody can disturb you, you will do focused study for 2 hours. Then in that case, you will be able to pass this exam. So, all the things, that is paper structure, how the exams, how we need to study, whether we should give 1 exam, 2 exam, whether remote based or center based, that is the first thing to understand. Those who have already given exam in skill level, they already know the software and all that, but those for whom it is first time, if you take on a scale of 1 to 10, the knowledge level is 1 to 10 mein 1 or 2. The skill level on a scale of 1 to 10 is coming 5 to 6. And the professional level on a scale of 1 to 10 is 9 to 10. We are studying auditing in professional level, advanced auditing and assurance. We will study FM in professional level, advanced financial management. We will study PM in professional level, advanced performance management. We will study FR in professional level, strategic business reporting. The level of the knowledge required in the professional level is double time. And here the level of knowledge required from knowledge level is 5 times. So the nitty-gritties, the detail of the syllabus, maybe it was a management accounting, but if you say PM, some relationship is there between PM and MA, management accounting. But the level of knowledge which is required in management accounting and PM is 5 times more. 5 times it increases. So don't take the skill level subject as knowledge level subjects. They may be same, but they are very detailed. The knowledge level exam was 2 hours, pure multiple choice, objective type. Here it is essay types are also involved. Even I generally say that I like essay type as compared to multiple choice, because in multiple choice, right full marks, wrong 0. But in essay type, whatever you are writing, whatever you are doing, part marking will be there. So essay type exams are easier than the multiple choice question exams. But then the volume of the syllabus, the knowledge, the detailing which is there in the subjects are far, far greater than the knowledge level exams. So be serious from the first day only. Not that I'm saying you destroy your life, don't go to office, don't enjoy, don't do entertainment. I'm not saying that. But you need to have a focus in your mind that I will be studying 14, 15 hours in a week at this time, and I will maintain and I will complete my syllabus like this. I will follow the instructions given in the class. I will ask the questions which are there in the class so that I can pass. I will get good feeling, and I will be giving good feeling to my tutor, to my parents, to my brother, to my sister, to my colleagues and everybody. That we should be having the feeling. If we don't do that, then the time will pass like anything. We are starting after 15 days, March will be over. Then we are coming in April. Results are there. We need to fill up the form like this. You can't wait. Whatever moment is there, that is going on. You need to be very serious in your approach. कि भाई मेरे को अचीव करना है, कैसे ना कैसे. ये सब बात बोलकर फायदा नहीं है. तबीयत खराब हो गया, ये हो गया, ऑफिस में हो गया, घर, ये सब फालतू बात है. जो भी ये सब बात करते हैं उनके पास टाइम ही टाइम है, उनको कोई काम ही नहीं. No alibi for anything which you are not able to achieve. Somebody will say that the failures are the pillars of success. I don't believe in this. When I get success, I able to perform better. When I get failure, I am demotivated. I don't. Obviously we understand जीत कर हार के बाद ही जीत होती है, लेकिन एग्जाम में हारना इज नॉट लॉजिकल. एग्जाम में हारते वही है जो दिमाग से ठीक से काम नहीं करते. एग्जाम में फेल नहीं होना है. जिंदगी में कोई बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, कुछ कर रहे हैं, नहीं हुआ, इंटरव्यू देने गए, हमको सेलेक्ट नहीं किया, दैट्स अदर थिंग. बट एग्जाम में फेल होना नहीं है. नहीं होएंगे हम फेल. हम ठीक से पढ़ेंगे, अपने आप पास होएंगे हम, बिकॉज वो मेरे कंट्रोल में है. Some things are there which are not in your control. Then you may be receiving failure. But which is in your control, you can't accept failure. You can't receive failure. It will made sad. जब भी आप फेलियर एग्जाम में होगा, सैड हो जाएंगे, दुखी हो जाएंगे, कुछ अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, आप खराब लगेगा. तो वो बात को समझिए कि पहला दिन से ही जोश में चालू हो जाना है. फर्स्ट डे से मेरे को गड़बड़ नहीं करना है.